it was unfortunate I had to listen to that after having met such a wonderful singer on the airplane.
Who?
I sat behind Diana Ross.
Oh, yeah, you tweeted that.
Going out.
She was a bitch to you, though.
No, she wasn't.
She kind of was. She
No.
should take the picture with little Jimmy Norton.
I'll tell you what.
I follow your Twitter.
She wasn't a bitch.
Anyone that doesn't take a picture with little Jimmy Norton is a bitch.
Under most circumstances, I agree with you.
Bitch.
But I chatted with her very briefly on the flight. I mean, I was very, very...
How close was she sitting to you?
She was the one seat in front of me to the left. Like, she was 3A and I was 4B.
She had a supreme seat.
What do you mean?
She was...
Yeah, she was in front of me. It's kind of like symphony. and when she...
Boo, boo.
I recognized her getting on the plane. She was like, they had a guy walking her on. Her hair was kind of a mess. And I'm like, that's fucking Diana Ross.
Holy shit.
And they walked her on.
Biggie, man.
She might be, I'm trying to think if she's the biggest celebrity I've ever met. She might be.
She's a biggie. Whether you like her or not, she's a big fucking celebrity.
And so I get on the plane and she's there, and I realize I'm one row behind her. So I said, "Hi, hello, Miss Ross." What are you gonna call her, Diana? You can't.
Yeah.
So I put my bags up, and the guy coming in, a black guy came in, and
it wasn't a pilot, was it?
No, like, believe me. And I checked him. I'm like, "Do you belong up here, sir?" And he was sitting next to her, and he said, "I'm the luckiest guy in the world."
Oh, I'm with Jim Norton.
No, but he said that when he sat down. I'm like, dummy, you just made her not want to talk to you.
Right.
And
oh God,
he just
Jesus.
What, did he panic?
Dude, he said what we all would have thought. And so he sat next to her. During the flight, she had her headphones on. Everybody on the plane was just staring at her when they walked by. And a lot of people were saying hello to her, hello. And she apparently was friendly. She was saying hi to people.
I bet you there was nothing playing, by the way. She
Yeah,
just had those headphones on.
Yeah, probably.
Don't annoy me headphones.
Yep.
During the flight at one point, the fucking pilot came out. I've seen celebrities on I've never seen a pilot come out of the cockpit. Came out of the cockpit and walked up to her and he's like, Miss Ross? And he introduced himself and he had a computer with him. And he's got some type of a thing he's involved with, like getting vitamins to starving kids or whatever it was.
How about a thing you're involved with called flying the fucking plane?
Well, he actually gave her the computer and asked her if she would look at something. He probably.
What's she gonna say though? No.
No, she looked at it while he was in the restroom.
She's a captive.
But she looked at it, and I didn't hear the whole conversation. But she's like, I'm not sure if I could. But she's Diana Ross. She did to kiss the pilot's ass.
What a pain in the ass. She has to go through life like
Everywhere
that.
she goes.
Everywhere she goes, someone's got something.
That's
everybody
uber famous. Yeah, that's
she's fucking
famous.
sickeningly. But anyway, as we were getting off the plane, I had to. You don't really like. Normally, you try to. You don't want other people to overhear what you talk. But I didn't give a. It's Diana. I didn't fucking care. I knew I was probably not going to get a picture.
Oh,
dude,
no.
I had my camera positioned in my pocket,
ready to go.
I would have just handheld. But I'm like, she has no makeup on. I'm like, I know. Because she's a diva, I'm like, I know she probably wants to be photographed only under certain circumstances.
Yeah.
So I talked to her. I told her I said, look, I'm a comic. I said, I became because of Pryor. And I said, you were so great. Lady Sings the Blues with him. I'm like, what was he like to work with? I didn't know what else to ask her, but I wanted
to take our headphones off and go, what?
Yeah. Well, she's like, please don't tap me so hard, sir. And it is a wig. Stop pulling it. But no, this is when we were standing up to get off the plane. And she's like, he was a genius. She was engaging about Pryor. I'm like, was he good? She's like, he was great to work with. I'm like, because Cicely Tyson in Bustin' Loose said that he was kind of difficult. And she goes, she wasn't in Lady Sings the Blues. I'm like, no, I know, but I'm talking about Bustin' Loose. Like, I immediately annoyed her. But I had said Bustin' Loose.
Yeah,
boy.
she misunderstood and thought you were an asshole.
Yeah, we get off the plane, and there's 3 people ahead of me, between me and her, getting off the plane, and I have the camera, and I'm walking up the jetway. I literally walked past the other people on my phone. Dude, I was fucking Ralph Rude. I walked past everybody. I didn't give a fuck.
I love Jimmy's
Dude, I
photograph
barreled
story.
past everybody, and then I wanted to get her before we get out of the jetway. I'm like, because she won't do it out there.
Yeah.
But we just got out of the jetway and into the terminal, and I'm like, Miss Ross, I'm like, can I take a photo with you? And she goes, no, please don't. Like, and that's how I knew it was
She coward?
Not coward, but she kind of blocked. But that's how I knew it was. She wasn't being a bitch. She just didn't want to be photographed after a 6-hour flight where she'd probably been sleeping for half it.
Yeah, because someone would just throw that online.
Exactly, yeah. And
Diana Ross looks horrible.
That's exactly what it was.
We'll have that on TMZ today.
So I fucking panicked. And when she goes, no, please don't. I'm like, because my parents met at one of your shows.
You didn't say that.
No, stop it.
Yes, I did.
Oh, no.
I said that.
Lord Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
You're falling apart.
I lied. I just told a lie. And I don't know what I expected her to do.
I can't look at you.
As you shouldn't be able to.
Oh, no.
Dude, I don't know what I expected. But she goes, no. But then she goes, I wish you well, though. Like, she was friendly. She wasn't a bitch. I can't say she was a bitch. My parents met at one of your shows.
My parents met at one of your shows. In other words, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. So that's why it's so important to get a picture.
I was on the plane. I was building a backstory. I was like, it was an acting role.
Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
I love your fucking story.
Dude, it was fucking horrible. I said that to her.
Now, when you walked away, did you feel so shameful of yourself?
No, I didn't. In a moment, I was like, I didn't care that much because, again,
you should have.
It's fucking Diana Ross, and
Yeah.
I had no idea. And then stupid Jonathan tells me she's good friends with Dennis, the guy that runs my agency. My agent, Dennis.
yeah,
She's
of
apparently
course.
friends with him for years. So, but I don't even know if I mentioned his name if she would have taken the picture.
No, that's got to be your in.
I don't know if she would have done it.
but
Though.
if she was a wreck,
backstory.
if she was a wreck, she wouldn't have wanted.
Yeah, because I don't think that was about her being a bitch and fucking going, no. I really think that was about her not wanting to be photographed.
Yeah.
She said, I wish you well. Like, she said goodbye.
Oh, in other words, go away.
But
I
but
wish you
she
well.
wanted me to know she wasn't being a bitch, I think.
But you
Yeah.
definitely continue to follow her from a distance.
No, I went to the bathroom. I really did. I went
Oh,
to
you let her go?
I let it go because, again, I was like, what are you going to do?
I'd have went into the bathroom, too, and just fucking locked myself in a
And
stall.
then the guy
cried.
who was sitting next to her the whole flight, who was right behind me, and I said that to a guy that used the urinal next to me. I know he was probably so annoyed that I passed him, and he was probably so happy she said no. My parents met at one of your shows.
Wow.
I was fucking...
What, were they gay?
I don't know. And I saw her at the Borgata, and I wish I would have just told her how much I liked her live show. I should have got an autograph, but I wanted to get the
You want to have a fucking hour-long conversation with the woman?
Dude, after my De Niro debacle when I'm like, I have to get something to talk to her about. And the Pryor angle was good, but it didn't go as far as it should have.
And she misheard you, and all of a sudden it set you back a few.
Yeah, if I was sitting next to her, I would have said, yeah, I'll be on Leno tomorrow. I would have chit-chatted with her, but
Cicely Tyson wasn't in.
Dude, Lady Sings the Blues. I said I loved you in Lady Sings the Blues. You were so great because she played Billie Holiday. She was phenomenal. And I'm like, but Cicely Tyson did say that Pryor was such a dick on the set of Busted Loose. She was dating Miles Davis. That was and he actually called Pryor on the phone, and he went, Richard, that's my woman, and hung up on him.
Oh, wow.
Miles Davis said that to Pryor. I guess that got the message through.
I hit him with a trumpet.
You're being a dick to my chick. But I was
Wow,
fucking,
yeah.
Oh,
That's a
Jimmy.
great story,
dude.
Jimmy.
You're incorrigible.
I was so fucking mad though. I knew I wouldn't get it. You got to do TV with her probably if you're gonna get a photo. Like
That's a long shot. Yeah, she's got to be all gussied up.
that's a heartbreaker though.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
She might be. I'm trying to think if she's the biggest celebrity I've ever. Not to me, she's not. But I mean, she might be the biggest one I've ever met.
Recognizable everywhere in the world.
Dude,
But give me a
else do you
short
know?
list, and I'll tell you. I'm good at this.
Without boxers, because I would say Foreman was a big one. George Foreman. I'm
Diana
talking
Ross
world
bigger,
famous. Oh, much
bigger.
bigger.
De Niro's huge.
De Niro.
I have met De Niro
Niro's
twice.
fucking huge.
He is, but Diana Ross.
Diana Ross is bigger, believe it or not.
She's iconic, man. She's fucking.
Oh, Opie, that kind of slur is not. Oh, I'm sorry.
Larger.
I misheard.
You're right though. De Niro is a
always-
biggie.
He's a biggie.
De
but
Niro's a biggie.
Diana
Yeah.
Ross is fucking huge.
Robert
man.
Plant was big. although
Didn't Michael
she's bigger.
Jackson pretty much imitate Diana Ross? That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
That was Berry Gordy, I think, in Motown put them together. But since he was a fucking 10-year-old kid,
Yeah.
she was associated with him.
She's famous everywhere in the world. There's not one place she can't go. So who else
I was listening
can't
to.
go anywhere?
I have some of her stuff on my iPod because I really am a queer deep down. But I was listening to on the way in today. I'm just listening to fucking Baby Love, and I'm like, it's so fucking famous. Yeah,
Of course, you're
Miss
listening
Ross,
to
I
Baby.
really enjoy your music. What's a symphony? But I'm listening to this, and it's like you forget that a person actually sang this. It's like such a famous song. You just think it was like always here.
You saw the woman that sang this.
But I mean, it was like
Yeah.
when you're looking at her mouth when she talks. She has a very distinctive mouth and smile.
Big lips?
No, just Diana Ross.
Yeah.
It's like I saw her. It's like you just look at her and go, that's fucking Diana Ross.
Yeah, she got that weird mouth.
She does.
Yeah.
But she's she's the type of person that could get into the White House or the whatever she wants to do, she can
Especially
do.
now.
Does she still look good? Without the makeup, she probably looks really rough.
She looked better than you'd think, dude. Better
because she's got to be pushing. Man, I would almost say she's pushing 70.
Well, let's figure 64 is when she got, like, I'm guessing around the time of the Beatles, 74, 84, 94, 04, 47 years ago, she got really famous. 57, she's in her mid to late 60s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would you?
Oh.
No, but it'd be hard.
Wait a minute. For the story, I'd probably do it.
Florentine.
Oh, my God.
Florentine?
You can't play would you with Florentine.
You can't play would you because everyone...
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, the story alone.
Of course you have to.
Why not?
You would have to.
All you gotta do is...
wow.
Is that what she looked like?
No. She looked a lot better than that.
Wow.
She looked better than that.
Good.
How did she agree to that picture?
Yeah, really.
She looked like shite.
If that's on the internet, then Jimmy can't do much more damage.
I don't know why.
Maybe that's why Jimmy didn't get a picture.
Yeah, that's the last one she was... Like,
that's why.
That shit.
She looks like James Earl Jones in that photo.
Wow, she really does.
But that's why. These divas don't want to be photographed. Look at Cher. You don't see pictures of Cher like
gray
that online.
Roots. Look at her gray roots over there and a fucking big, like, waddle.
She had those big sunglasses on, though, and then, like, I saw her later, and she was, like, reading regular glasses. And
she wasn't getting bothered in the airport?
I only saw when I came out of the bathroom, she was on the front of the line to go on the plane. I was right behind her, and I was talking to the guy who was with her. I didn't know she was there. And then I heard her talking to the woman, and I think she was just getting recognized, and she said, "Look, can I just go down the jetway a little bit?" And I didn't know it was. I'm like, "Who is this bitch?" And then I saw.
You said bitch.
I said, "Who is that bitch?" But when I saw her walk away, and I saw her hair, I'm like, "Holy fuck, that's Diana Ross."
Do you think someone like Diana Ross likes being that famous still? Or you think she kind of wants that I just want to be left alone?
Wow.
I don't know, man.
Feeling in her head.
I was thinking,
because obviously it gave her a great life, but has it become just such a pain in the ass at this point?
She's been the most famous person in the room since 1966.
Jesus
like
Christ, yeah.
literally for fucking 40 years. I don't know when the Supremes became.
Yeah, that's real fame. Because if this show goes away, we'll be complete nobodies and strangers within a year. Within a year.
By Tuesday.
But, right. When we lost our show for 2 years, 3 months, we were pretty much complete strangers.
That's it.
It went away that fast.
Yeah, it's nothing.
I'm not, disillusioned here.
Yeah, we understand.
We know Diana Ross, where her fame will never go away.
She's great live, too. I saw her a couple years ago with my ex-girlfriend at the fucking Borgata. She was phenomenal.
Really
live.
are a fan.
Dude, she's great.
Didn't you guys have a huge fight coming home from Diana
No,
Ross?
I literally had to... I
think you told us on the air.
I told her, you're in danger. Just stop talking.
You're in danger.
This is coming out of a Diana Ross show where it's a feel-good type of show. There's a bunch of love songs in there. You're in danger. You got to stop talking.
You know what it was? We were fighting before because the Cowboys were in the playoffs that day.
On, Kenny. Thank you.
And I wanted to watch the game. And she got mad because I hadn't discussed it. I'm like, the fucking Cowboys are in the fucking... You don't get it?
No.
And it just started a big fight, and I was just so resentful. We didn't talk to each other at all at the show.
Oh.
We didn't acknowledge each other. We just stood there. But we loved her, though. She was great.
Did you tell her that your parents had met at one of these shows, and perhaps history was repeating itself?
That's an awful line.
It is so bad.
That's
Jimmy.
a fucking horrible.
It's a little rough, Jimmy.
That's a horrible line.
A little rough.
Boy.
Little rough. Hey, Megan, go ahead.
You've been famous since there were 2 water fountains. Would have been a better fucking line.
There it is.
At least that was true.
You might as well get a shot in there because you would have got the same result either way.
I didn't know she was
Get a
friends
little
with
shot
Dennis.
in there. Fuck.